Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Triple P with me, Surya Sridhar. So around a year and a half ago, I moved to my dream city, Barcelona. And I created a video for you guys on 50 things to eat, see, and do here, which if you've not seen, I'm going to link above. And that's what I love about this place. It never gets boring. There's always something or the other happening. So during the last few weeks, I set myself a challenge to every week go out and try 3 new things that I have never done before.
Challenge accepted.
So in today's video, we're going to be heading to an iconic street which foodies are going to love, to a Airbnb cooking experience with a South American influence, and thirdly, to a secret park which not many people know about and is a hidden gem in my opinion. So let's go. So we've finally come to our first destination, which is Patricia, more famously known as the chocolate street of Barcelona. The name comes from the Catalan word pedritxol with a D, referring to the stones that stop carriages from entering a street. Super relevant as it is the first pedestrian street in all of Barcelona. It has also housed some of the most famous Catalan artists, singers and writers, as well as the historic chocolateries dating back to the 1940s. Come to the Granja Dulcinea, which was founded in 1941, and it's so amazing to know that I'm in a place where Salvador Dali has actually sat before and had churros. So this place is very well known for a thing called SUIZO, which is basically churros with a side of hot chocolate and topped with cream. Now I've got to say, I've had a lot of churros and a lot of hot chocolate around Spain, but this has got to be one of the best ones. What I really like about it is that the chocolate is not too heavy. I really don't like that normally, and it's also not too sweet. So you don't feel totally bloated after eating it. It is perfect. All I know is that I'm gonna get really fat knowing that this is right around the corner from my house. Okay, now unfortunately, the Granja La Pallaresa, which was also a very historic chocolaterie here in Barcelona, seems to be closed. According to the sources on Google, Granja La Pallaresa is the only place in Barcelona where you can have a Catalan medieval dessert called Menjar Blanc, which is made of almond cream, lemon, and cinnamon. And I was super excited to try it out, but unfortunately it won't be possible this time. Next stop, we're heading to Patricia's Airbnb cooking experience. So one of the things that I love about having moved to Barcelona is that I'm not just learning more about Catalan culture, the Spanish culture, but I'm also learning so much more about South American influences. Just been meeting so many great people from Venezuela, from Brazil, from Chile. It's been an amazing experience. And when I saw that Patricia has an Airbnb cooking experience to make Pan de Queso from Brazil, which is a very typical food from there, I thought this would be a great opportunity to showcase in this video. So that's where we're heading off to next.
Hola, soy Patricia, soy de Brasil, de la región nordeste de Brasil, vivo en Barcelona y hoy voy a enseñar para vosotros a elaborar un plato tradicional de Brasil que se llama Pan de Queso. Dos recetas, una que podéis hornear de inmediato y otra que podéis dejar congelado para una otra ocasión. Son muy pocos ingredientes y muy simple de hacerlo, no necesita ninguna máquina ni nada, todo a mano y con cucharas. Entonces, si queréis apuntaros, por favor, entre en Airbnb Experience, que allí también estará.
¿Qué fue la inspiración para hacer este Airbnb Experience?
Pues la inspiración me vino hace bastante tiempo, porque tenía un blog allí en Brasil. Cuando vivía allí empecé a escribir un blog y le he direccionado un poco al tema de gastronomía, pero no sabía exactamente qué escribir. Entonces un día leyendo este libro que me han regalado, he visto que había algunos fallos en la manera que está descrita la receta, ¿no? La elaboración, me faltaban algunos pasos. Entonces de ahí me surgió la idea de hacer reseñas de libros gastronómicos y de ahí vienen las experiencias gastronómicas con los talleres de cocina brasileña, que es con lo que más me identifico.
Now, for those of you who are eager to sign up, I'm not going to give away the detailed recipe in this video, but all I can say is that Patricia is an absolute gem of a person. I'm so glad that I signed up for her Airbnb experience because not only is she super fun to hang out with, always laughing and smiling, but also a really talented chef and caring teacher. The pan de queso we cooked together were so delicious.
Pão de queijo, bom proveito!
Alrighty-o, we have come to our third and final stop, the Jardim de Mosen Costa y Llobera. Now, of course, when we talk about parks or gardens in Barcelona, the first one that's going to pop into our head is Park Güell by Antoni Gaudí. And yes, it's absolutely beautiful, it's worth checking out, but there are also smaller hidden gems dotted all over the city. It's sort of crazy to think that this place is just 10 minutes away from my house and I didn't even know about it. So definitely go out and explore the hidden gems. Now, a really fun fact that I found out about this garden is that in 1987, it was voted by New York Times as one of the top 10 most beautiful gardens in the world. Pretty cool, huh? Okay folks, that takes us to the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to show some love by hitting on the like button and of course, subscribe for more travel inspiration. See you guys next time.